Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 4, Thrones of Ascension, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Now, I wasn't able to achieve all that I had hoped in planning out this turn, simply because, as you can see, I am very low on gems. But one thing is definitely necessary, and that is I need someone who has at least level 2 in air. We were discussing last episode how my troops tend to become crossbow pincushions, and there is an amulet that will protect you from that. However, it requires 2 air to forge. I currently don't have anyone with 2 air, so I believe I'm going to empower Jon Alaric here. I think he's young enough that he will not get old for the rest of the game, and he will have 2 air. He'll be my 2 air guy until I have enough nature gems to summon a fairy queen, which is also something I need to do. Now, I said I wasn't going to do this, but I have so many blood slaves that I'm empowering Jorn here in blood. The reason for this is to allow him to create an item called a bloodstone. This is an earth boosting item. So it's a miscellaneous slot earth boosting item that gives everybody who has it earth +1, but it also provides 1 earth gem. So like a fire in a jar is with the fire gems. So the people who have it always have a spare earth gem, 1 per battle, that they could use for whatever purpose. And I think that's tactically versatile and good for my team. So I'm going with that. Next is, if I'm able to forge him some boosters, which I have plenty of slaves, so I could certainly do this, he will be able to summon large quantities of demon cavalry. Specifically, what I'm looking for is a spell down here called, where are you? Infernal Crusade. 2 earth and 5 blood. So it's going to take me a bit of work. I'll have to empower him twice and then give him all 3 blood boosters. But it will summon 10 plus of the demon knights, which I'm getting 1 at a time with my where are you? Ritual of 5 gates. So, you know, it's just kind of a long-term thing I'm looking at. The next thing that we all need to be cognizant of is soon I will have Bind Demon Lord. This is great. They are great units. There are 4 of them, but there is a problem. One of them, so 25% chance, causes disease. And nothing will make my happy face a sad face faster than getting that one here in my capital and having Katarina or any of my really important mages and researchers who I've spent a lot of money and gems on getting diseased. Katarina is not Ursula. She does not have 150 hit points. She will not last very long to a disease. So, we need to be able to fix that before we have a problem with it. Now, obviously, you remember from my campaign, there is that bottle that will take care of that. It will cure disease. There is also the Fairy Queen will cure disease. And there is also, if I can retake this province up here, the nuns, who will, I believe, cure disease. Most units nowadays cure disease. They do not heal afflictions, which is what they used to do under similar circumstances. So that is kind of where I'm heading. Before, even when I have the methodology with which I can summon demon lords, I am not going to do so until I have a clear and easy way of curing disease. And even then, I'm going to do so out here or here, you know, someplace random and safe and not in my capital. So Katarina is going to be taking a hike, which is interesting because she's never left the capital since the beginning of the game. So that's where we stand. I've got everybody doing what I need them to do. As you see, I'm all out of money, almost out of gems. We need 30 air gems to empower our friend here to air 2. And that's because to empower the first time is expensive. It costs 50, I believe. But to power the second time, the third time, I think it's a little cheaper. And then the 4th time, it goes up. So I've decided that's what I'm going to do. Just in case, I don't know, you all were wondering what my thought process was. And I hope you saw also in that province, one of my guys had a hammer. I am using the Dwarven hammers. Generally, I try to give them to the people who are who are forging items from 2 different magical paths, like the Firebrand or the Awe Shield, because that way I save 2 gems instead of just 1. And we are not finding many sites. Not many sites at all. Oh, 2 earth. 2 earth sites in Durshid, though. That might be worth checking out. And 1 water site. But what I really want right now, when I had Katarina cast Improved Crossbreeding, because why not? I mean, I could lead a bunch of misshapen, horrible creatures to battle, and it doesn't really cost that many blood slaves. And Ulfhere shall hereby be known as the prophet of Katarina von Ulm. Even though Ulfhere is pretty beat up, he's still... He's inspiring. You know, the troops look up to him. He has this kind of craziness in his eyes that just it inspires them and makes them want to fight even harder for Katarina von Ulm. So while Lighthawk was a more taciturn and fatherly prophet, Ulfhere is more of a brotherly prophet. Like he boosts the morale of the men because he gambles with them and cusses, and you know, he's one of them. And so that's kind of the different role that they play in this organization of mine. Wherein. Okay. This is my big group here. I've got... Maybe you probably shouldn't be... This is cool. I like how all these guys are defended very clearly. I don't know if I like you, Roderick, out in the middle of nowhere. And Carl as well. But, you know, you can't win them all. And let's see, now we have Helm and Gustav the Grave. Helm is heroic. Good for you. Oh. Okay, those guys are up there to stop archers. Looks like they're stopping the Stymphalian birds. And, yeah. Ooh, that was a pretty clear Iron Blizzard. You don't normally get to see them that clearly. Maybe it's because finally I'm fighting in a province where it's not snowing. These guys are probably like, yeah, it's a vacation. Oh, well, you know, except for the crazy goat-legged men with spears. See, now I feel very justified in protecting my mages with all these troops, although my commanders are kind of hanging out there in the back. Let's see, Shaikal. Well, I mean, they're pretty well set up, though. He's got a... Alright, good. So you guys are wearing a bit better armor. So you're a Satyr Hoplite. That's cool, man. Wild beasts from the woods are able to stand in formation, but my troops, my super soldier, most military nation in the game, they can't. So, there you go. And they are running away. Poor, poor Pangaea. We lost 2 Pikeneers out of 122. You're counting right, ladies and gentlemen. 122 Pikeneers and 5 Rangers, of which we could use a bit more, I think. We took out 53, but all of their leaders got away. Gemmer. Alright. Okay, I remember this army. It's just got 2 priests, 2 commanders, and a whole heck of a lot of shielded infantry. Now, if I could only throw, like, 300 Rangers behind these guys, that would be an unstoppable force. I would need to get some endless bags of wine, though, or some endless cauldrons of broth. Which, again, leads me to my need for nature gems, very severely. Boom! That was a beautiful Iron Blizzard. Good job, Vitteric. Oh, I think they're both Vitteric. Yeah, this is the army of 2... Oops. We won. Dragon Ridge. Oh, they're trying again. I think I have reinforcements this time, though. And I do. Who has come up to lead the reinforcements? We have Hyro Kell. Good job, Hyro. And they don't have that many crossbows, so you might actually live to see another battle. Which is fantastic. In this army, I don't have my mages very well protected at all, but this isn't Pangaea. These guys don't have any flying troops that I need to worry about, unless they summon them, which I doubt they will. Now, if this were multiplayer, and I was playing against a human, they certainly would look at this and in 1 second exploit this and get a bunch of flying troops out there to wreak havoc amongst my guys. So for those of you who are interested, I mean, multiplayer really does give you a different level of challenge, because you're dealing with people who can react to your moves, and they can make smart counter moves, so you're never really safe. No matter how good your plan is, someone will find a way to beat it. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Yeah, crossbowmen, my nemesis. You will all die. So, and they have a lot of different ones too. They have the heavy crossbowmen. They have a 13 attack. It's a steel crossbow with a range of 35. The regular crossbowmen have 13 with a 10 attack, a range of 35. What was the attack on? Well, and then these guys have 11. So their national crossbowmen are a lot better than the indie crossbowmen. Okay, Land's End. Not this again. I don't know why everybody's so desperate to take this disease-ridden province. I don't want to have to retake this again. Crying out loud. They're sure putting out a lot of these mounted cave lizard things. And undead. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, Land's End belongs to Agartha again. Hooray. They lost 2 guys. 2 guys. 2 guys. 2. Dimore, or Digmore. Digmore? Ooh, Swampland. Alright, so what do we got here? We got our usual bunch of misfits down here. We have some Stymphalian birds, we have some Minotaurs, but what? Pray? Ghosts. Ah, we used those to quite effective use back in Lemuria campaign. Parhazy. I kind of like that name, Parhazy. That's neat. Alright, so what do we have here? We have a ton of woodsman blowpipes. This is all province defense. But what makes this interesting is Unit 171, our boy with heroic quickness, which actually kind of sucks because he's going to run out in front of everybody and get killed, and Eldrick von Spleenfest. So one thing worth noting is that, okay, size 3 are the Hochmeisters. Trample, it doesn't matter how cool you are, how ethereal you are, if they are bigger than you, they can trample you. And they are only size 3. So our Hochmeisters are safe for now. Alright. Let's see how we do. Come on, woodsman! Oh, yes. And, of course, a Shadow Blast, because why not? Oh, we have one of you guys? Excellent. Who are you? Sizzbert. Okay, not the best name, but it'll do. Okay, so our woodsmen are having a tough time. The ghosts can regenerate hit points from the people they attack, so that's not very good. Here come my Hochmeisters. And they're doing pretty well. But what I really got to be worried about is these fellows. You're not running away, are you? Why would you do that? Why? Eldrick von Spleenfest, why are you running away? Unit 171 would never run away. He's a true hero of Ulm. No, I'll check the log. Maybe Eldrick got hit really hard by something, and so he had to get out of there before he died. That's fine, I'll accept that. And we are running, unfortunately. So kind of a crappy battle, all things said and done. They lost 32 of 47. We lost 8 of 24, and yet somehow we lost. Explain that one to me, ladies and gentlemen. Explain that one to me. I guess it'll be easier to retake. Trenkabor. On the fields of Trenkabor. Okay. Well, it's very nice of you to put your mage out in the front where we can hit it. Wow! Look at this fellow. Black steel kite shield, so he's stealing our competitive advantage here. We've got Firebrand, black steel full plate armor. This guy likes the black steel. Boots of giant strength. He's going to fatigue out like no one's business. He has Battalion of Vengeance though, which means he will explode if he gets killed. Great. Oh well, it's only Province Defense. Who really gives a care? This is not going to go our way. These guys, I'm just going to say right now, these guys suck. Every single battle, every single one, all I see is they run to the front, they barely even get touched, and then they run away. I mean, what is happening here? Like, what is scary here? There's nothing scary here. They no fear, no. Fear, no. What is causing you people to run away? I mean, sappers? I mean, come on. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing, Province Defense. Ooh, boy. Alright, so Agartha's playing this really smart. He can't touch my really advanced hardcore armies, but he's attacking these little, pardon my French, bullshit provinces that aren't worth defending and just annoying me. Winna. Okay. The usual goodness. Snipers. Do we have a Hochmeister? Whoa. Come again? There was one Ranger of Ulm in Winna. And no province defense? Really? Ophalef. This is not the best turn ever for the forces of Ulm, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh well, heavy cav. I mean, that's the only thing we really got going for us here. But I have a plan. You will see. This coming turn, good things will happen for us. Alright, you notice he's not really engaging any of my decent armies. Just these little province defenses. Alright, we're losing a bunch of people. We have 68, so well, that's diminishing returns a little bit there. Income plus 20, resource plus 20. I like it. Okay. Alright, so what am I talking about? Well, I believe these fellows have made it. All 8 of them. Well, one of them actually died, but 8 of them have made it here to the enemy capital. This is important because the Catonian Necromancer, and really, are you kidding me? That's it? Okay, well, the Catonian Necromancer can only be recruited here, and once we shut this place down, he won't be able to recruit any more of them. However, he has 18 billion other castles where he can recruit apparently everything else. So they really did buff Agartha in this latest patch, being as they only have one person who is capital only. That is amazing to me. But so anyways, let's show you how to do this. You click Instill Uprising. What does Infiltrate do? Oh, reveal the score graph. I don't care about that. Okay. So we can't just allow them to do this by themselves, though. We need to give them some help. So Katarina, can you help us out by throwing maybe some frogs out of the air to land in their place and make them be like, what the heck? No? You cannot? It's got to be here somewhere. Not dark vines, not crossbreeding. Rain of toads. Here we go. The caster creates a horrible omen, turning a falling rain in a target province into toads. The target province will suffer from unrest and misfortune. Beautiful. It has a range of 5. Hopefully that will be enough. Yes, just enough. Excellent. Alright. Let's reach out and touch someone, ladies and gentlemen. White Tiger? You're ready to go, but I want to give you some air boosters. So, Alaric, it's your time to shine, buddy. I'll keep nature right now because I need it. Okay. So Alaric. And also, when he's not forging, he can Auspex. Auspex? Yes. Which is really good, too. So you are now heir to level 2. Excellent. Gunther. He's the one with the hammer, see? You are going to forge... I either do the firebrand, which takes earth and fire. No wind, unfortunately. Or I forge the shield, which also requires earth and fire. Right now, I think I just forged a shield, right? So this might... No, that's just fire, though. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a double one, but... Ooh, what is this? Helmet of Heroes. Inspiration +2, earth and fire. Okay. One of my commanders would really enjoy that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so on the research front, we are 1 turn away from being able to summon Demon Lords. In fact, there's no reason to put more than 555 in it because nothing comes after that. It's, that's the end of it. So, where do I want the rest to be? Conjuration, I'm where I need to be. Alteration's really low, but is there anything I could use later on in this? Maws of the Earth is a good spell. It's a good spell. Iron Warriors is a good spell. Wooden Warriors is also a good spell. What are we good at? We're good at Earth, really. At least our troops are. We're good at Astral. Baleful Star is kind of lame, and it's not a battlefield spell anyway. Skeletal Legion sounds like fun. Earthgem, Petrify, Iron Picks, Crumble. Alright, I mean, we could stand to do some alteration. Evocations at 6. What does that do for us after this? Rain of Stones for one of our air random guys with some boosters. That's cool and all, but it attacks the entire battlefield and does just as much damage to me as the enemy. I've never been able to utilize it effectively. Maybe if I send this guy in by himself, but he has to survive too. Other than that, really nothing all that useful. If I needed a global spell, what I really need is something that gives me production would be helpful. I think that's construction. Well, Forge of the Ancients would be very useful, getting up to construction 7. And I can also get golems, mechanical men, and eventually unique artifacts. That's an idea. So right now I think I'm going to start with alteration. But and I'll fiddle with that off camera to make sure that, because I'm obviously going to be telling my other mages to do other things, so it's not going to be exactly as it looks here. But hopefully next turn Agartha will be over 100 unrest and shut down, and then we can move on to other castles and basically stop them from producing more units. And they had some good victories here, but kind of useless victories at the same time because they're in places that I don't really care all that much about. Although I hate this place because every time I lead troops in there to bring it back, they get diseased. I'm scrying here. Remember up over yonder I found this province where a mage can enter and the basalt mirror and they can scry. This is the only part of the entire map I don't have intelligence on, so I just want to check this out, and lo and behold, there's a castle. I wish it would tell me what he could recruit. That would be great, but they're not. Agartha's back assaulting the capital of Midgard. We're in a little bit of trouble here because our throne is, well, as you can see, our throne isn't doing so well. Now, I didn't do anything with Raphael. Why, you may ask? Well, because he has this Sword of Sharpness, which I do not want him to have, but I didn't want to throw it away either. So I'm going to give it to Spiccato, and Spiccato is going to take it home, while Raphael ravages Agartha, because I hate them. And, I don't know, I'll think about it, but I may attack this army too. I mean, yes, they're an enemy dominion, but so am I. I know. Ulfir. Oh, Ulfir, you don't need this crossbow anymore, actually. You're going to be casting spells, but right now there's nobody else that... Well, Herzog Jan. Herzog Jan could definitely use a crossbow. What's your heroic ability again? Toughness. Well, precision would be nice, but... Ulfir, let's give that to Herzog Jan. And now Ulfir will be prophetizing and doing prophecy sorts of things. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. This was kind of a bad turn for us, but I think we're still in a commanding position. So, thanks for watching. Have a good one.